Today, I'm going to be making a butcher's sausage and prawn cheesy pasta. Let's get into it. Finally found a spot. That looks quite nice actually, and it's out of the wind as well, so I'm going to go down. So we've finally found a nice spot. It's out of the wind and arguably a bit better than the last one. So I've spent about 10 minutes clearing out this because there was a load of twigs and sand and stuff in the way, and I've made a little table. I'm going to put the portable gas stove on. I haven't actually said what we're having for dinner tonight. So basically what we're having is a butcher's sausage, prawn and cheesy pasta, cooked with like Cajun and that sort of thing. We're going to be cooking it in the same old pot that we usually do, and yeah, it's going to be delicious. So obviously I'll go through it step by step and I'll show you me making it, I'll show you me eating it, and yeah. Yes, that fits perfectly. Doesn't even wobble or anything. Okay, so let's get the gas in, shall we? So the first thing on the to-do list is cutting up the sausages, and we went to the butcher's and we got some butcher's special sausages, so we're not going to be using chorizo. This, I will admit, this meal we do eat regularly, but we've made a few changes, and instead of using chorizo this time we're going to be using butcher's sausages. And the first thing is to cut them up and then fry them. So we don't have a chopping board, or we will soon, so we're just going to cut them just as it is and try not to get any dirt on them. Off you go. So we've got 3 here and they're all stuck together. So we're going to fry the sausages first just to make them a bit easier to cut. So I'm going to fry them in butter. I would have used lard, but I fancy butter, so I'm having butter instead. Get a nice little bit in there. There we go. Pop that on there. There's something on the bottom of my pot. Okay, I'm going to wait for that to sizzle. Okay, time to put the sausages in. There we go. It is at an angle, unfortunately, but you know, that's fine. We can work around it. This gas that we're using now is actually a lot better than the ones we used before, so it should realistically not take as long to sort of cook. And it smells nice already. Don't know if you can smell that. But I can. It smells quite nice. So I'm just going to cook them until they're firm. Once they're firm, I can cut them and it'll be easier. Okay, so they look about as cooked as I can stomach. So I'm going to take these out, pop them down here. Oh, this one's splitting. That's fine, it's doing the job for me. I'm going to cut them up. There you go. It's charcoal, but we're throwing it in. Hey! Let's try and cut these up, shall we? Oh, that's easy, that. Oh no! No! It's all gone wrong. It's salvageable. It's because the tree stump that we're cooking on, it isn't actually straight. Funny that, a tree trunk not being perfectly straight. It's fine, we'll work around it. I'm not sure if we can use that one. Maybe we can give it a wash. Or maybe you just throw it in anyway. Extra seasoning. I'm joking. No, don't even think about it. I swear, I've got the most misbehaving sausages on the planet. Right, that's the one that needs to be washed. So all the sausages are all cut up, and I've managed to get most of the dirt off of the other one, but you can't get it all off. So I'm going to turn this back on. I'm going to pop them back in, just like so. I'm burning my hands, but that's fine. Right, go. So let's give that a little rummage around, or shake about even. Then I'm going to add in some tomato puree. I'm only going to add in a little bit, just a splash, like that. Then I'm going to give it a little mixy mix. And after I've done this, I will get going with making the sauce. Now the sauce is it's basically a cheesy, creamy sauce with a bit of tomato puree in there as well. I've got red Leicester cheese, because that's my favourite cheese, and it's ginger like me. So, you know, got to stay loyal. Time to add in the leche. Now I'm going to add in double cream. Double cream. It's important you add in double cream because it's a double. And 2 is always better than 1 with everything. Okay, that should do. So, give that a little mixy mix. Might have to turn that down a little bit lower because that is like scorching. See, there we go. It's starting to become a bit more of a sauce and less of like a weird sausage milk. I'm not sure if they sell that, and it's for good reason. No, I reckon I'm going to add a little bit more double cream in because I do like cream. Like so. I've got to put the lid on properly because otherwise the bugs will have it. Mix all that in. Yes! Look at that. You see this? I'm making masterpieces here. Next is the cheese. I'm going to add in my red Leicester. Who is red Leicester? I don't know. I'm going to cut some small little bits and just plop them in, because if you put too much in one go, it starts looking like a science experiment, and we don't want that. I think the more the cheese, the better, to be honest. Right, I don't really know how to say this, but basically I've been an idiot. I've forgotten the one thing that we needed for the meal, which is pasta. So my girlfriend's very kindly offered to go to the co-op and get some pasta, but in the meantime I've turned the gas stove off and I'm going to sit here and wait for her to get back. Hopefully she does get back and she doesn't fall over and hit her head. I'm hoping she doesn't. This might be one of the most shameful moments of my life. Making a video about how to make a nice pasta dish, and I forgot to bring the pasta with me. It's fine. It'll be sorted.
One eternity later.
So recently I hit 70 subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. It's like only yesterday that I hit 50. And in the next few days, I'm going to be doing another wild camping video because I really enjoyed them and you guys liked them last time. I have a few places in mind, but due to like the season and like agriculture and everything like that, I've got to be a little bit more careful with where I camp, because obviously I don't really want to be woken up in the middle of the night to a combine harvester running me into the ground. But yeah, I've got a few spots in mind, and yeah, you guys will see that next Thursday. While she's not here, I can actually do things and get away with it without getting told off. And I'm going to do really stupid stuff, like throw this at a tree. Not sure if you can all hear that, but there's some music going on in the background. I've got myself a stick. That thing that the Olympic lifters do, the clean and press. Oh, I snapped it. Whoopsies. I can also practice my spear throwing. So you start off like that and you throw it up. Quick. Yes. Should be here momentarily, so I might muck about for a little bit more. She's back with the goods.
I am wet. It's fucking hot.
All right, that's, we don't need to tell them that. We have got the goods. Got some pasta. We've got that turned back on. I'm just waiting for it to heat up. Once it's heat up, we will continue where we left off. Time to add in the seasonings. So we have the amazing paprika. We have Cajun. We have got black peppercorns, because we don't discriminate. We've got some aromat, and I still don't know what this is. And salt. It's salt, officer. It's salt. Let's add some paprika in, shall we? Not too much. Something like that. Oh, that's too much. Cajun. Cameron woman nearly died. Cajun. Now, Cajun is the main seasoning in this, so I'm going to put a bit more in than normal. There we go. Then we're going to add in some aromat. Add that in, and because I don't know what it is, I won't go overboard. That'll do. Then we've got some peppercorns. There we go. We love our pepper, so add a bit more in than normal. And I promise, this is salt. It's just a baggie of white powder that is salty, okay? Okay. I'm not going to put the whole thing in, because that is just ridiculous. Just a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to put that back in there and not get arrested. Give that a mix. Yes. Please excuse the music in the background. I think the there's a college about half a mile away, not even that, probably a quarter of a mile away, and I think they're having a prom. Horrible kids. So they're playing tragic music, and that's the seasonings all added in. So I think it's time to add in the prawns. What is this? Sort it out. I'm going to pop them in like so. They look like little, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to pour them in. There we go. Right, now that's all mixed in. And they're raw as well, so they'll cook in the cheesy sauce, which will make it just that little bit more legendary. Look at that, it's starting to look like a meal now, and less like a cheesy drink. Penny tart. Imagine if I drop it all on the floor now. That would be absolutely embarrassing. I'm going to pop in a reasonable amount, because it's very easy to overdo pasta. That'll probably do. That'll still probably be a lot, but you know, nothing we can do. Let's mix all that in, get all the sauce mixed in so it can cook in the sauce. I really hate it when pasta falls out of my pot. And that's not a euphemism. The texture's weird. I feel like I put crayons in a pot. It's been cooking for about, I'd say 20 minutes, and it's starting to get a little bit dry. So we're going to add in just a little bit of cream, just like that. And then I'll give that a mix, and that should fix the problem, really. Well, it's not a problem, it's just make it a little bit less dry. More calories, more cream, nothing wrong with it at all. These birds are going to have a main course if I carry on. Right, so that's all like mixed in. It's got a little bit more moisture. I mean, have a look at that. Doesn't that look nice? It looks nice to me. I reckon about another 20 minutes and the pasta will be soft, more like basically soft enough for us to eat it. Okay, so it's been about, I'd say another 20 minutes. We added in a little bit of water as well, just to give it a bit more moisture, and we also added the double cream, but you saw me add in the double cream. If you want to just have a look at this, this is what I call a masterpiece right here, and it's cooked in the outdoors, which means it's going to taste way better. And I'll keep dropping them out the pot. Turn this off. I just had a little bite, so pop that on there. I'm going to have a green fork because green is king, and the missus is going to have a blue fork. Take it. Where do you want to eat? We'll eat over there. Follow us. Here we go. You can sit there. I'll try and find a way to sit there. Have a little look in there. This is the final product. Delicious. Let's have a little bit of the sausage. Let's have a little bit of the pasta. There we go. Very, very tasty. The sausage is brilliant. The pasta is al dente, as they say. Who says? I don't know. Let's have some prawn. That's awesome. I mean, as I said, we do make this meal quite often, but we've made it a little bit different today. Instead of using chorizo, we've used actual sausage, and the way we've made it is a bit differently, but it's effectively the same. It's very tasty. So I'm going to get on with eating this, and then I'll see you once I've eaten it. Just finished eating. That was lovely. I would really encourage you to, whenever you have the chance, go out and make your dinner in the outside. It tastes much better. Brilliant. But now what I need to do is basically pack away all of that. So I'll get to that. So that concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know if in the comment section down below if you actually try this recipe and you enjoy it, or if you don't like it as well. But that'll do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video, share it around, and I'll see you in the next one. This wall's got chicken pox. Never seen that before.